Hi YouTube. As you can see, this is another mukbang. I have a salad because I feel bad I haven't ate any like salad on my channel. And I have like some random food that I got from Mariano's Fresh Market in Chicago. And I got mac and cheese, a small piece of pot roast, a meatball, potato wedges, and some chicken wings. And this is a salad that I just made in the house. Put some salad dressing on it. I like to put different salad dressings on my salad. And yeah, we about to get it. How are y'all doing on this Friday evening? I am tired, like I said before. Yeah, I'm so tired, y'all. I had to be at work early this morning, and I am happy to be home. Nate's at work. He'll be home soon, but, you know, I'm hungry, so I need to eat now. Can't be waiting around. That's the one thing, because I like to eat together, but, you know, you got to do what you got to do, because he ain't going to be home for several hours, and I'm just hungry, and I want to eat. But anyway, so how are y'all? I just want to get on here and chat a bit. And some more salt. I forgot I put croutons. I wouldn't have made garlic bread. I don't know. I didn't want to do so much bread, but whatever. I'm doing it all. So, I just want to talk about Chicago for a bit. Because so many people think Chicago is so bad. And I was watching Anthony Bourdain, RIP, Parts Unknown, the Chicago episode. And he went like all around to all different parts of Chicago. You know, he talked about the Cubs and Sox feud and stuff like that, and ate all over. Went to Lupe Fiasco's house for dinner. I mean, he ate a lot of places, restaurants, but the home cooked meal he went, you know, to some soul food in the hood. And they're talking about Chirac and all that nonsense. Yes, I do understand that Chicago has a high murder rate and all that stuff, but it's in concentrated areas. Even Lupe said, like, that is in, when they say Chirac and all that, he said this in the episode, they're talking about Inglewood. A lot of crime, it's like a concentrated area of crime. I'm not saying there's not crime all over Chicago, because there is. It's just like, I feel like my city gets a bad rap, y'all. Like, everybody out here just ain't murdering and killing everybody. It's a great city. If it wasn't, people wouldn't be moving here and whatnot. Or people wouldn't visit here if it was like a crazy place. My first time trying the pot roast. It's okay. It's good. It's tender. It's from Mariano's local grocery store in Chicago. They took over all like the Dominics and whatnot. If you're from Chicago, you know what Dominics is. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about, this is a meatball. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about the meatball. Pot roast is good, a little on the saucy side. Wait, I wanna taste the meatball on its own without anything. Let me taste it. It's okay. My meatballs are way better. It has like a processed taste to it. Like the texture. You know how you buy my meatballs in the frozen aisle or something? Just like that. Not super bad, but I definitely rely on my homemade sauces and meats more than this. But I just got off work and I'm hungry. I'm tired. I want to eat. Let me cleanse my palate real quick because I want to cheers to the weekend. I don't know what I do with my beer. I'll cheers with my well, I got a shot here. I poured one. Got a shot. Sailor Jerry spiced rum. 92 proof, y'all. I already took one shot earlier. Just take a shot with me. Ooh, cheers. Having this. It's been a rough week. Really rough. It's gonna be a rougher next week, y'all. At work for me. Whew. That was that. But yeah, so Chicago, I feel gets a bad rap. And I actually lived in New York for several years. I started out college there at St. John's University. Red Storm. So I've been to Brooklyn. I've lived in Queens. I've been all over New York. So when they come so hard on Chicago, I'm like, really though? Not that New York is so horrible either. It's just like certain concentrated places. Everybody associates, when they think about that, they think, oh, the horrible spots or the hood or the ghetto. Meanwhile, best food be in the ghetto, in the hood places. Oh, what now? I'm gonna do like a tribute to North Side Hood because I'm from the North Side and I was born uptown. I'm gonna do a tribute to their food on my channel because there's some good food out there. Yummy, yummy, yummy. But you get some good food deals out in the hood though. Get you like wings. Go out north, go up north. They try to charge you all this money for a little wing ding. When you go in the hood, you get a whole full wing. Because I don't know when that foolishness started. When they started saying that this was a wing. This is not a wing. It's a wingette, a wing piece, a party wing. Not a full wing. Wingstop, we accepted this as a wing. And now, we ain't getting our full money's worth. It's ridiculous. This salad is good. So, we accepted it. Now they're charging us all this money for a wing. And that's GS. So, over the past, I'd say 15 years in Chicago, there's been a lot of changes as far as gentrification. Even more than 15 years. I'm thinking back towards high school too, because we had Cabrini Greens and all that old town, all that over there got torn down. All the projects and all that stuff and everything over there. Condos are everywhere now. Everywhere there used to be a vacant lot, or everywhere there used to be a old building or a housing building or something. They tore it down or gutted it out, and now it's like this fancy smancy housing. or condos are popping up everywhere, and the rent is just getting ridiculous. Rent is crazy. I lived in my area for my immediate area for the past like 8 years, and just in that time span, rent has like skyrocketed, and a lot of people have left the area because of that. It's like, because it's not like we're getting a raise in pay. Minimum wage ain't go up, but these prices and this rent has. And another trend that I saw that happened was a lot of people, when I was like in meetups, I saw a lot of people were getting jobs out of state. People who were from out of state coming in and getting good salary jobs. But when all me and my friends came back from college, we weren't getting the same jobs and opportunities. It's like, why wouldn't you give jobs to Native people? It made no sense to me. That's why a lot of people didn't come back to Chicago, and either didn't come back or had to come back and live with their parents. Which, who wants to do that when you've been at college living your best life? You know, like, who wants to come back to their parents' rules? Sorry, I was trying to finish that sentence before I ate that piece of food. So yeah, it was horrible. Nobody wants that. Like, nobody wants to be living with their mama at 30 or at 25 or whatever. Like, I worked hard, y'all. I worked so hard to live on my own. And it was always a struggle, like, paycheck, because I hated having roommates. Y'all saw, if you haven't saw, check out one of my roommate disasters. I have more roommate horrors. It was just like living paycheck to paycheck. And nobody wants to live like that. You can't never, you lose your job and you back to square one, or you got to go back moving with your parents and all that crazy shit. Nobody wants that. But as far as crime, Chicago does get a bad rap, I feel. Because, like, I'm not afraid every time I go out of my house. I do live on the north side of Chicago in a pretty well, like, I don't say well-to-do, but a pretty safe area. But I see crazy shit over here all the time. Like, you just gotta be on your guard and be smart about what you're doing anywhere. And that's just the truth. But yeah, so I think my camera gonna cut out before I finish my little Chicago rant. But there are good things about Chicago. The gentrification is crazy. Like, in some of the most hood areas, once they got super downtrodden and crime infested, and the prices got super low, all of a sudden, Logan Square, the neighborhood is on the northwest side. Logan Square is a prime example of how that happened. There was a lot of families, working class families, who had public housing or Section 8s or whatnot, pushed out of their homes, and the rent and whatever, pushed out of their homes, and were no longer able to do housing or Section 8. They took over their apartments, gutted them out, redid them, rebranded them as condos, and sold them to like the yuppies and people who would buy these condos and apartments. And they redid the whole area. All the small businesses lost, like, they couldn't keep up with the gentrification. And a few businesses were able to survive, the ones who were already like very successful in the area, but the money that was coming from them that made them successful was from the people, the original people there. And it's real messed up that like so many, like I have friends and stuff who lost their homes or had to move or whatever because they could no longer afford to live where they were. And that's just messed up. I mean, these weren't people who, nobody was criminals. These are families, working families, trying to survive in the city. We don't make enough money. There's not enough money. We should be making, I know they're pushing for minimum wage. Minimum wage should be a whole lot higher. Like now they're trying to charge like $1,000 for a studio. I know y'all seen them. If y'all ain't never look up those memes of like, oh, to live in Chicago, and they'll try to say it's a bedroom. Like it's like they used to have that same thing with New York, which is really hard. I know people who in New York who live in the projects and they pay like $1,800. I was like, I would never pay to live in the projects for $1,800. I would get up and leave. But it's like borderline like that here. I mean, it's a lot. It's better, but still, like something needs to give. It just don't make no sense of how they're bleeding us dry with money and nobody can save and prosper and get ahead. Like the upper echelon or the upper 1%ers or the upper class people, the poor are staying poor. Nobody's able to, get better and do better or whatnot. That's why there's such a flourish of independent businesses and people doing stuff on their own. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to continue eating, but my camera is about to go out and I am not done talking about this subject. I will be back to talk about it again. It's my rant on Chicago and just city in general. Love y'all. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank y'all for anybody who's rocking with me from the beginning. This is the beginning, just from day one. OG status if you're rocking with me right now. Love you, and I will see y'all later. Peace.